Good evening. How are you all? Welcome to the healing meditation for this evening. We are the 7th of September. Wow, we're already a week. Hello. We are already a week into September. Hi, Cara. Hi, Marnie. Thank you for being here. Lovely to see you. Hi, Kate. Any news on the baby front, Kate? I was secretly hoping that you were going to have her on my son's birthday, which was the 4th. So great to be here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a chit chat and then we're going to get straight into the healing meditation. Hello, Sarah Bruce. Amazing. How are you? Still pregnant and going a little crazy over here. Oh dear, I do feel for you, my darling. With I know she's your second, but my first, he was 2 weeks late and he still didn't want to come out. I was in labour for 4 days. They were all the nurses and the midwives were taking bets on when it was going to come. Whereas Millie, on the other hand, came 10 days early, which she was well behaved. She behaved. Right, I'm just going to turn the volume down on this. Get myself set up. Let me know in the chat how you... I love both my pregnancies. Oh, I was as big as a house. Let's get rid of that. When I actually went into spontaneous type of labour with Millie at 29 weeks, and when I went in, someone thought I was full term with twins. Oh dear. But hey ho. I just you know, kept them well in a lot of placenta fluid. That was my issue. I had a lot of placenta fluid. Anyway, I'm digressing. Let me get on. Write in the chat, let me know how you all are this evening so I can tune in to you all. And an interesting day, so I decided to show up. Okay, great. You had the intuitive hit. Fantastic. It's good to have you here, Sarah. Really good to have you here. So let me know in the chat how you're feeling today, what's going on with you, and what can I help you with in this healing meditation this evening. September is an interesting month. If you haven't read the energy overview for September, I invite you to go back. In the group tomorrow, I will post the energy overview for September. But it was interesting because I was actually doing a lot of work on my business this week, just really upgrading a lot of my systems and processes, but I'll talk about that in a minute. And I happened to fall upon the energy overview for 2023, which I wrote at the beginning of the year, sort of December, early doors of prior to January, because it was out in January. But it was really interesting going back over, and I remember writing back at that period of time that October is going to be a very influential month for us. What I would care to say is that because we're going to have a massive transformative month in October, normally the month prior is like setting us up for success. And what we've got going on this month, what I channeled when I wrote about September, is that we actually have a lot of angelic support around us this month. So take note and allow the angels more angelic. It feels more angelic than anything else. Last month it felt very heavy energies and very strong support that we had in the form of dragons and mystics, and there was a lot of releasing with karmic patterns coming up, past lives. It feels a completely different energy frequency, whereas this month is a lot lighter. So I think, you know, us coming out of the Venus retrograde, starting to go direct, it was interesting. Venus going direct, I didn't realize that it actually did have quite a heavy energy over me on that period of that month before, which is, you know, when I felt into like very much like the dragon energy and the karma and all of that coming up. Venus really took us back over a lot of that that heaviness, that denseness that needed to shift. And therefore now we've come into this month, it feels a lot lighter. It feels like that we're starting to move ahead. Some of us might still be in that old energy because sometimes our timelines do cross over a little bit. So some of you might be needing to start, you know, having these shifts coming off. So that's what I'll help with tonight. I know last week, was it last week? I did the cord cutting healing on the Friday. So, you know, if you feel like you need to cut cords, then go back and listen to that healing. It's in the top of the group. Yeah, a lot of people are still feeling stuck. I've come out the other side and I'm moving ahead. Some of us are moving ahead and some of us are still stuck in that old heavy dense energy. So just like be aware of the angelic support that's around. What I've noticed with the angelic support that's around me is the amount of birds. Oh my God. It's like, firstly, we've had an influx of cockatoos and they're blimmin' big buggers up here. I mean, I thought they were big in Melbourne, but it must be more sunshine up here. They're massive and they are squawking. I was recording meditations today and I had to like stop for a minute and I was like, okay, bring the air energy in and let's just use that air energy to like move them off, because I couldn't do any recording because you can literally hear in the background rah, 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 and things like that. So it's been quite funny. So you might see like lots of feathers, you might see tons of butterflies. The other day I always have a sign of an orange butterfly. There was an orange butterfly flying around. A dragonfly was in around me. So it's beautiful. So really, I would just say at this time, smell the roses, because I'm going to talk to you a little bit about coming back to basics as well this evening. So the angels are around, and with, you know, if I'm talking about things that, you know, a lot of you know about, forgive me, but I also have people in the group that are quite new to this spiritual path. So whenever we're working with angels or guides, because of the law of free will, they cannot interfere. So you actually have to ask for help and support. So they won't come in, they will be around you and they will be giving you signs and messages and things like that through like feathers, birds, dragonflies, all of the winged animals, but also in the form of numbers and things like that. So, you know, really be aware, but also remembering to ask for help and support, because they're here. And I feel like sometimes when that we have an energy shift and an energy clearing, it sort of lifts the veil and then they sort of ascend down, because their job is to help ascend us through that ascend the collective consciousness to a higher vibration. The next thing I want to talk a little bit about is around the fact that, do you feel that time is speeding up? Let me know in the chat. Oh, Cara's feeling great. Yes, Sarah Bruce, they're very loud. And we've got some massive magpies out here as well. Okay. Something. Oh, excuse me. I have just found. There we go. I'm just gonna. Oh gosh, I just thought, what is that on my arm? Okay. And it was a tick. So I'm just killing it. I was like, what is that irritating me? He's definitely dead. Okay. The other sign that I noticed the other day was when I walked into the bedroom. I'm just making sure that definitely didn't go in me. No, he didn't. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, Andrew had one the other day. I wonder where I got that from. Okay. The joys of Queensland. I didn't realise that we get ticks out here as well. That's maybe go, ooh, ooh. Squeamish. Okay, I'm going to have a look at what everyone's saying. I love both my pregnancy and interesting today, so I decided to show up. I should say, an embarrassing day. I had an argument with my youngest, not realising my video was on during masterclass. Oh, I have been feeling flat since. Okay. Yes, feeling stuck. Been doing some cleaning and activating around procrastination with decluttering and raining out physical steam. Oh, and a brown snake went in front of us on a morning walk with my husband talking about a new job prospect. Yeah. So did you look up the spiritual meaning of seeing a brown snake? We had a lizard in the garden yesterday, and Doogie and Hamish were and I did sort of look over the balcony and I was like, oh my god, is that a snake? But I've energetically put that there's no snakes coming in. I need to energetically put the no ticks as well. But look up the psychic meaning of what you were talking about, and then the snake. We had a massive spider in the bedroom on Sunday. Andrew was staying up watching the golf. I walked in, turned the light on, and then just looked, and it was like that on the wall. And I was like, how did that get in? I was like, how did that get in? And literally, I did giggle because I had been doing some self-healing work, and the spiritual meaning of seeing a spider is all about stepping into the wise woman and all of that type of thing. So I was like, oh, this is cool. Love that. So Cara's feeling great. They're very loud. Clearing. Well, the older we get, and it feels like it's going to fast forward. Yeah. Oh no, glad you got it. Yes, I did get it. Check the dogs afterwards. Yes, I did see one on Hamish's head the other day. Yes, it was New Beginnings. Fantastic. So what could be happening also in this time? Okay, so I'll talk about angelic guidance, getting ready for October. Yeah, so make sure that you're asking for angelic help and support for, October. I'm going to talk a little bit about why things feel like they're speeding up. So basically, when you're in the a higher energy vibration of fun, joy, and excitement, time seems to speed up. When you're in a feeling of low vibration, when things aren't great, time seems to go forever. It's like when you're on holiday, isn't it? The first week always seems a little bit slow. The second week, after 2 days, you've done a week, and it's like, oh my god, how was that? So it's because you're moving through different frequencies of emotions and vibrations. So as we are, as a collective, moving from a lower vibration to a higher vibration, from 3D to 5D, time seems to go very, very quickly. So this is going to be interesting on what happens next year as well, because we are raising the frequency of the planet. Everyone is going through more spiritual awakenings. People are understanding more about spiritualism. People are wanting to understand more about good spiritual practice. So what I'm going to say to you this month is back to basics. Okay, so sometimes when we go on our spiritual path, we always are looking for the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. I think that's like anything in life, isn't it? It's like, where's that next hit? Where are we going to get that next rush of energy? But sometimes what we need to do is we need to go back over basics. And we're in this retrograde periods, and sometimes we're held in time and space, or we're held and we can procrastinate. Sometimes we can feel like we're stuck because we need to somehow learn a lesson. And going back to basics is key for that. So what do I mean by that? it literally just dropped in about 10 minutes before I got on the call, and it was like, talk about back to basics, talk about back to basics. So the back to basics is gratitude. Okay, you want to make changes, you want to move forward, be grateful for where you are now. Sometimes the universe will hold us kaput in order to appreciate what we have. It's a virtue. Appreciation is a virtue. So back to basics, gratitude, morning and night. 3 things in the morning, 3 things in the evening. What are you grateful for? Meditation, back to basics. Plenty of water, back to basics. Feeling in a funk, make sure I say that right. Change your vibration. Go out into nature and don't get ticks. Don't get swooped by magpies or cockatoos, or bitten by a snake. Oh dear God, that would, yeah, I'm just hoping that that's never going to happen to me, seeing big snakes. But out in nature, plenty of water, listening to high vibe music, going through your Facebook feed. If anything is like bringing you in a lower vibration, out it goes. Fill your day with mindset of positivity. Watch what you're eating, things like that. When we're going through these changes, do you need to change your diet? Do you need to get back to taking your vitamins and your supplements? So where are you doing your basic spiritual practice? Let me know in the chat. Because let's face it, when things are going good, we don't do the practice. We do the practice when things aren't going good. In all fairness, but I would like to empower you that you're doing some form of practice every single day. And when I'm talking about spiritual practice, I'm talking about doing things for you. What's lighting you up? Taking time for yourself. That's spiritual practice. Okay. All right. So I talked about that. Back to basics. Okay. So while we're in this like holding patterning that can be happening, and it comes and goes, but at this time we've got the different retrogrades. What can be happening at this moment, because I believe Jupiter's gone into retrograde. I'm learning to hold space for myself at least 15 minutes every morning. So Sarah, could you up that? Could you do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening? Let's see if we can get you to up that. So what might be happening also for you, and this is a really good time with the retrograde. So if you've not listened to I know some of you have listened to the Friday's retrograde talk, that's going to help you move through certain things at this time. So that's another healing that you can go in and have a look at and have a listen to. And it's powerful. It's powerful. I've done it as a pendulum healing in that one. The other thing that might be happening is it's a good time to go back over your systems and processes. So it will be different for everybody. So system and processes, it might be, for me, reassessing my business. And the other thing is, because we've just come out of Unleashing Prosperity, I've started really going over my systems and processes when it comes to my financials. So that's been really, really interesting. So I've gone back over, reassessed, and then where can I make better positive changes? It's a bit like that at this moment in time. So it will be really different for everybody, but you will naturally be feeling that. And because of this Jupiter, I was talking to Steph Johnson from Seeing with Stars. She's in the group. She's an amazing astrologer. So I would always say reach out to her if you're needing an astrology consultation. She is unbelievably on the money with her gifts when it comes to astrology. But I was talking to her the other day, And I was saying, oh, you know, this is happening, this is happening. She's like, yeah, I'm the same. And I was like, oh, and she's like, yeah, because of like Jupiter and Saturn and this and that. And I was like, oh, that makes sense then. So we were having a giggle about that. But yes, systems and processes. Where in your life can you be up leveling? And it's not about, this is not a time for you to be going and purchasing another digital program. It's not about you looking for what's externally. It's like go back over and see what you've got and see how you can make that better, if that makes sense. Marnie, yes, really focus on the basics, but now wondering if it's sometimes a part of my procrastination. It could be. It could be. It depends how long you're spending on it as well. I mean, basics like a gratitude journal, doing some healings and stuff like that. There's a fine line between transformation and procrastination. You will know if you're procrastinating and you're using it as an excuse. I've been meaning to reach out to her for over a year. Now's the time to make it happen. Yes, reach out to her, Sarah. She's so on the money. It's unbelievable. I need to book in mine because I try and have one done around my birthday, and I'm a good month out of, nearly 2 months out of that time frame. So yes, you might be needing to go back over certain systems and processes, and that's just normal, and that's not a bad thing to do in a retrograde period. I've said about that. Yeah. Okay, and that's that. Okay, so if anybody wants to write anything in the chat, anything that they need healing, I'm going to go through and do the healing. The healing that I sort of tuned into with what everybody needed tonight that came through is all about clearing the energetic blocks and bringing you back into alignment around that. And when I talk about energetic blocks, it could be emotional blocks as well. All right. Okay, if everyone is ready, get yourself in a comfortable position. And I am going to help you with this healing tonight. All right. Sounds perfect. Okay, get yourself organized. I wouldn't lie down doing this healing. When you're working with like alignment, it'd be really good if you could sit up with your back quite straight, because we're going to just be pulling energy down and through you. Plus, I know I like you to relax, and the thing is, with my meditations, I do put people into quite a deep trance, and I want you to be a bit more awake in this one as well. So yeah, try not to lie down. So you can sit comfy on your bed, but have your back up. I'm using the element of fire tonight, so I've lit 2 candles. They're just behind me. When we work with candles and we light flame, the element of fire, I'm going to use frankincense as well. I'm just going to put a bit on there that can heal it. The element of fire basically helps to burn through very heavy stuck energies, and it will also cleanse the area. And using fire actually in meditation practice actually raises the vibration that you're in. So you know, when I was talking about back to basics and changing your vibration by listening to music, drinking water and things like that, but actually burning candles and incense through the house and smudging and saging, although smudging and saging is using more the energy of smoke and air, Fire is amazing for really clearing anything that's heavy and stuck. So Sarah, you know, if you've had a bit of a row in the house, then light a candle where that argument happened, and also smudge and sage as well, because that will just clear it. And you can smudge and sage yourself as well. It was interesting. Millie was staying at a girlfriend's. Ticks made me feel all itchy. Millie was staying at a girlfriend's the other night, and when she came home, like, I looked at her and she was like, "What?" I was like, "You've picked up negative energies." She was like, "Oh, you didn't say that." And I looked at her and I was like, "Yeah, you don't look right." Anyway, I was like, up in my room. So she came into the room. I saged her. I cleansed her with the pendulum and everything. And as soon as it was done, she was like, "Oh, you've made me really all tingly." I was like, "That's good." And then when I looked in her eyes, I could see the clearness come back through her eyes. So, you know, sometimes it's really good to smudge and sage people as well. Okay, if you're ready, I invite you to get yourself comfortable. Close your eyes, take some deep breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. And I'm going to invite you into this beautiful healing space that I've created. And anything that is currently blocking you, or energetically blocking you, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, we're going to put it to one side. And we're just going to focus on our breath, and we're going to focus on this beautiful healing meditation to bring you back to the source, to the creator, and move you back into alignment, back into you, into your truth, and back into your true center, into your heart. And take 3 deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. And you're going to use my voice as your guide. And if you feel like you're drifting off at any point, you're going to come back and listen to my voice. 3 deep breaths again, breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. And you're going to drop into that big, beautiful heart of yours, and allowing your heart center to open. And every time you breathe in, that heart center opens more and more. And you're going to imagine that your feet are on Mother Earth. And as you connect into the energy of Mother Earth, this beautiful energy ball is coming up and surrounding you in loving, safe energy. This energy keeps you safe and secure. Just breathe in that beautiful energy. And as you breathe in this beautiful energy, your third eye starts to open. And it's starting to turn on your psychic senses so that you can intuitively know what you need to let go of and heal tonight. And this energy ball starts to lift you up way through the air, higher and higher, past the birds, the bees, the trees, up into the clouds, past the sun, feeling that beautiful warmth, and a smile is on your face as you enjoy this freedom. And as you go faster, like a speed of light, this portal is opening and taking you deeper into the universe and out into the multiverse. And you're going further and further like the speed of light. And you hit this beautiful golden light in all its magnificence. You're safe and secure in this golden light. And it's where your angels and ascended masters live. And you invite them in to support you so you can go higher and higher, faster and faster, out to the rainbow colours and all those beautiful colours, the greens, the reds, the oranges, the yellows, the blues, the indigos. And you feel all those colours surrounding you. And as you go through those colours, you see the sacred geometry, all those different shapes. And you can feel the energy of the power of those shapes. And then you see this beautiful candy floss pink. And this candy floss pink is a pink mist. And it helps you expand your heart. And you connect in with the law of compassion. And your heart grows bigger and bigger. And it fills with pure, unconditional love. And you're going to breathe in this unconditional love and allow it to go into all the places in your body that need this unconditional love at this time. Coming in through your head and going to all the places within your body that need pure, unconditional love at this time. Just breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. And as you take that deep breath in, you realize that you're in front of a magical doorway, and the handle of this doorway is full of precious gemstones. And take a moment to look at all these precious stones and take note of the one or two stones that align with you at this time. And as you enter through the doorway into this pearly white, cleansing, healing, iridescent white light, you feel that energy of pure peace. You feel tranquil and you feel like you've come home, and you realize you are one with this pure, pearly, iridescent white light. And as you move further into this light, you realize that you are made up of this light. And you allow this white light to connect in with you, and it caresses your skin, it comforts you, it holds you, it nurtures you. And you allow it to remove any stagnant energy, and you allow it to remove anything that is currently holding you in the state of either self-sabotage, procrastination, freeze, and allowing the frustration to leave you. And you invite it to heal any aspect of you that needs to transform and change at this time in the most loving, gentle, and easy way. You also ask and allow this white light to remove any low vibrational feelings or emotions that are not serving you well at this present moment. And remember, it might not be your heavy, dense energy or emotions or low vibrations. You may be carrying it for somebody else. So we're going to invite this energy, this white light, to take that from you now and allow any sadness, any fear, any resentments or rejections and regrets to leave you now. And we're going to invite this divine white light to remove the stored sad emotions and just let the divine white light do the healing. And you're going to move forward. You're going to feel lighter and free. And you can move forward in your life without any fears, any resentments, regrets, without any anxieties or any feelings of being rejected. And today you're going to let go. And you're going to let the divine help you move forward without the weight and the baggage. It's time to let go. So if you're ready, you're going to repeat after me. Creator of all that is, it is requested through the law of compassion that I command that any low frequency emotions that are currently holding me back at this present time be freed from my energy body, so that I may start to live a life in alignment with my heart's desires, and therefore improves my own consciousness in the highest good of all. In divine love and light, thank you is done, is done, is done. So blessed be. See, sense and feel as this divine energy comes in to release you from the lower vibrations that have been holding you back. Feel the shift and allow your spine to start to straighten. And as this healing magic happens, we're also going to request that the release of any patterns and subconscious reprogramming, like self-sabotaging and negative self-talk, be allowed to be washed away by a beautiful white light waterfall, using the element of water to cleanse, to gently cleanse the patterns that are not serving us. This white waterfall is full of high vibration that allows Christ's light to cleanse you. And you're going to release the self-punishment, the feelings of unworthiness, and the resistance and the fear of growth and change. And now breathing in low, slow, deep breaths. You bring in the life force energy, filling your body with new vibrations of love, creativity, ideas, inspiration, and flow. And this will help you bring about creative solutions to help you live and create abundance and alignment into your life. And you're going to step forward now into the violet flame of fire, using this violet flame from Saint Germain. I want you to imagine this ring of violet fire being lit around you. You see it gently burning around your aura. It burns away the cords, the hooks, and the attachments, and you can feel the warmth. And as you feel the warmth and the freedom, this feeling is an expansive energy. And I want you to feel this energy completing this ritual. And as the ring of fire starts to die down, you have this awareness start to drop in that you are special just as you are. You are worthy just as you are. You don't need to be anyone else. Creator, the divine, has made you perfect. And allow this awareness to fully ground in. And in this beautiful divine white light, the Creator will teach you that you can grow, that it's safe and possible to grow, evolve and change and learn. And you can trust in your own intuition, your gut, you can trust your heart, and you can trust Creator's truth and guidance. And you're going to step back into this pure, unconditional love, this feeling of total peace, and that everything is good in your life. Take yourself back into your energy bubble as you're ready to start to come back to me. You start to have intentional breathing as you leave the divine Creator's energy. You come back through the rainbow of colours, down through the golden light, all the way down to the earth, heading back home. And as you become aware of coming back into your body, your consciousness, you start to move your fingers and your toes, keeping your eyes closed, feeling yourself now coming back truly into your body, knowing that you are loved and you are love, because you've come from source love. Taking deep breaths in and out, in and out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And I hope you've enjoyed that. Let me know how you are in the chat. But now very thirsty, yeah. You feel calmer, good. So make sure, Sarah, you're drinking plenty of water. Okay, felt some tears in the beginning. I felt someone that I thought someone was quite emotional through that at the beginning. Yeah, that beautiful feeling of pulling in that unconditional love. You know, sometimes we're very good as women, as mothers, handing out the unconditional love, but sometimes we neglect receiving that unconditional love. And it's unconditional love is not love. It's not love from like a partner or a child or anything like that. It's very different. Pure unconditional love. That pure unconditional love, when you go through the meditation and you pull it into your body, that to be honest is not something that they sort of teach in theta healing. That I added that because, one, I was guided to add pulling that pink mist and that unconditional love into all your cells, because it's the law of compassion. You know, it's open and available to everybody. It's creator's truth that everybody is made from pure unconditional love, and that everybody has the ability to have pure unconditional love. Yeah, letting all the negativity out. And don't forget, like, I leave these meditations in this group, so they're there to help and support you. So use these at any time. And the thing is, this one's about letting go and moving you into alignment. When you're in, yeah, I wouldn't repeat it tonight, but yeah, any of the healings in this group, knock yourself out. You know, eventually we'll have a nice bank of meditations in here for you. And you just go back, whatever you feel intuitively guided to. That's what I need. That's what I'm going to listen to. Do it. I have a bank of meditations. To be honest, I don't always listen to my own meditations. It's funny. Like, I said to my daughter, you know, do a meditation. I can't listen to you. I can't listen to you. She said it's weird listening to you doing the meditations. So I find her meditations from some of my teachers and stuff like that. And I go, oh, listen to that one, listen to that one. Whereas my mum loves listening to my meditations. She finds it so peaceful. But I have a bank of meditations that really do it for me. And I go back, you know, I sit there. I like to meditate at night, in all fairness. I don't tend to meditate in the morning. If I do a meditation in the morning, I tend to have more of a high vibe meditation, especially because I don't really drink coffee anymore. I gave up coffee. I have the odd decaf. I did actually have a dirty chai today, so that was a treat for me. But I tend to use a high vibe meditation in the morning because that gives me that get up and go for the day, rather than looking at drinking like loads of caffeine or like sugary stuff or anything like that. But I like to do my meditations at night, and then it just puts me off into beautiful slumberland. But I have certain meditations that I think, oh yeah, I'm going to do that tonight. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that tonight. But I also read at night as well. I only need to read a few pages, and I'm like, oh, ready for slumberland. I reckon, Sarah, I think it's been a little while since you've done sort of some healing and meditations, I would imagine. I'm not sure. But it wouldn't be a bad thing to do a few healings for you at the moment. I gave up caffeine this year too. What a difference to my sleep patterns. Yes, definitely it will. It was funny because Sky in the group and me literally gave up coffee on the same time. Her and I, she had a healing session with me, and what we released in her, but it also released in me at the same time. We were sick for a couple of days afterwards, and like, I never get sick after giving anyone a healing session, and we both went off coffee like that. Every now and again I do, in all fairness, I do have one, but I'm not, I mean, when I was a hairdresser, I would live on coffee all the time to give me energy. And what I found was, giving up the coffee, I didn't need to. I could actually feel that my body needed less supplements and stuff like that, because the coffee was stimulating the adrenal glands, and then because I was like sort of on a buzz, I needed like certain supplements to basically be able to calm me down. So that took a shift in a positive way as well. But yeah, please go back and listen to any of the meditations or healings again and again and again. That's why I leave them. That's why I leave them in the group to help as well. Okay. Yeah, it's been quite a while. Yeah. I mean, even Sarah, if you just thought, oh, okay, I'm gonna do one good healing on myself once a month, you know, just doing little, and ideally little and often, because it creates great momentum as well. Hi, Lee. Lee's joined us. If anybody wants any questions answered, please put it in the chat. If not, I will be signing off in a minute. I agree. I need to make time. Yeah, time for them. The way that it worked for me when I first started healing on my healing journey, I used to go for 3 hours once a month for a healing session. Sophie, are you doing a card? One of those solve me cards? No, I'm not doing cards tonight, Lee. I think that's next week. Solve me cards. I thought you meant fix me cards. You are cheeky. I used to go for 3 hours every month, and I used to schedule it into my calendar. I'm not saying that you need 3 hours every month, but I used to take a day off once a month and just focus on myself and my healing, and fix and solve all of the above in one card. I know I'm good, but come on, babe, one card. She's teasing me. Oh, you are funny. But even if you scheduled in and put it in your calendar like it's a client, like you know, when you're doing your client sessions or your counseling sessions, literally put in Jane Doe into your calendar, and then you know Jane Doe is your healing session that you're going to work on yourself. You're so good, you need a challenge. Oh dear. Pick one thing and I'll fix it. You haven't got a lot to fix anyway, my love. You're doing amazing. You're going great guns. Oh dear. But yeah, I would look at doing that doing that, Sarah. That's how it worked for me. Because like anything, if it's scheduled, it doesn't get moved. Because, you know, we are very good at putting everyone else in front of us. I love you, love. I'll tell you what, when you watch this back, I wasn't laughing at the beginning. I had a frigging tick in my arm, and I literally felt it, and I was looking down, I was like, why have I got like a fly stuck on my arm? And I'm trying to move it, and then I realised, I was like, that's not a fly. So I grabbed it, pulled it, and I could see it like trying to bury itself back into my arm. And I literally got it, and you could really hear it pulling it, and then I had to flatten it. Oh dear. Hey ho. Such is life. What does the spiritual meaning of a tick mean? I need to, oh my God, how do I miss all the action? Yeah, yuck, check your boundaries. Is that what it is? A tick? Check your boundaries. Oh, a tick burying itself into me. Oh, it's funny, Avril, because I did actually think today something came up, and I was like, oh, I can't remember what it was now. It wasn't psychic attack. It was something else. Ticks are parasites. Okay. That's quite interesting. See, I always think of ticks. I always think of like worms as parasites rather than ticks. Okay, might be time for a parasitic cleanse. But you can see I'm like really itchy now. You know, like when you talk about someone with head lice and then you start itching. Oh, yeah. You did miss all the action. Yeah, I'll have a look at the parasites, because my husband actually had one about a month ago. Had it stuck in his, I think it was a bit longer than that, stuck in his shoulder. And then I realised that up here you can actually get ticks in humans. So, and I have been outside today, but I don't know why it be in here. But yeah, there is a few creepy crawlies around at them. It might, hang on, might represent one in your energy or stealing your energy. You were outside this afternoon. I was outside this morning, actually. I filmed that this morning. I actually feel that, yeah, I do feel you're sort of a bit on the money there, Avril. There is something that I feel is around, and I need to let that go. You'll have to come back to the peninsula to get away from the ticks. Oh, I have this happen myself. You are powerful, so your light will attract them. Oh, thank you, darling. Well, they went to Andrew first. Maybe his light is powerful. No, there's I know there's something definitely in, but I will work on that on myself tomorrow. I am coming back to the peninsula, Sarah, but only for the weekend. It's not the Mornington Peninsula. I'm going over the other side. I am running a retreat, if you didn't know that, in Torquay, October the 13th to the 15th. So I will be back. So Sarah, if you fancy a weekend of indulgence and healing and transformation, I have 2 places left. Yes, move back. Great idea. You'll see me that weekend. So yes, Sarah, if anyone fancies a weekend at the summer house with the beautiful Deb, Deb's Place. I will be down there that weekend. Yeah, it's at the summer house. Yeah, the summer house. We are having a private chef. We are doing spa treatments. We are having either Reiki or massages. We're doing breath work. I'm doing, yes, on my website, clairegorman.com.au, and then look under the banner under retreats. So this one is an Awakening of Midlife retreat. And then next year, I plan to run 3. The first one is going to be all around the energetics of business. So I'm going woo-woo. I'm going to talk a lot and do some healings around bringing the spiritual stuff in with the business. So that's at the beginning of next year. Then I've got one mid-year, which is going to be a very small retreat. I've actually got 3 places already gone from that one. And that is that one is the Empowered Empress. So I'm coding you all to quantum leap into that next version or next level, or probably more than one level version of yourself. That's going to be luxurious, and it will be in the city, Melbourne City. And then the end of the year, I'll do an awakening and a rejuvenation retreat again. So yes, we have beautiful food. We have beautiful company. I have 4 beautiful women already signed up for that one in October. So it's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to taking people on a beautiful journey. And with that one at the summer house, Sarah, you actually get 2 healing sessions, private healing sessions included in that with me as well. So it's very great value as well with that one. So that is me for tonight. Yes, come join us. Cannot wait. Whoop, whoop. Yes, I have been working on the retreats. I've been channeling the retreat this week. I was just looking at your website. My website is going to look very different soon because my new pictures are back and they look fan-dabby-dozy. Very different look. I don't look like this in my photos. So yes, a bit of a rebrand. I've told you that I was working on all my systems and processes. Oh, Fee's doing some for you. Yay! On Tuesday. Amazing. You're glowing in those pictures. Lee, I haven't showed you the new ones. They literally only came in. I haven't even chosen the ones yet, but they came in yesterday. The ones that I've sort of had done, I've had 2 shoots. The first shoot that I had, I wasn't particularly happy with my hair, and the second one, I did my own hair. My hair looks great, and my husband said, "Yeah, that looks like you." And I was like, "Yeah, because I did my own hair." And he was like, "Yeah," and I said, "Yeah." I said, "That girl was a much better hairdresser in that one." Note to self: always do my own hair. End of. I've always done my own hair. I've always done my own makeup. And this time I thought, oh no, let me be the client. Anyway, the makeup was great. The hair was shocking. The next one, the makeup was even better and the hair was even better. So, you know, I know some of my old clients are on here. Hi, Sarah Bruce, for instance. And they'll all be like, yeah, come back and be my hairdresser again. But there's always something about a good hairdo, isn't there? When you've got great hair, good hair, you can take on the world. That's my belief anyway. hey ho. All right. Yes, Sarah, look at the retreat. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited about doing some in-person retreats next year. Yeah, and helping people more. All right, I'm out for the night. You know where you can find me, how I can help you. If not, I will see you for cards of the week on Monday, and we are healing, I think, off the top of my head. Okay, you've got it here. Oh, I am back Tuesday the 12th because I'm doing a gathering. I don't want to say it's a masterclass and it's this, it's that. I'm just going to call them gatherings. And we are going to go deep into an overview of Sacred Odyssey, which is going to be my new program coming out. But please don't think that you can't come to the event on Tuesday night, even if you're not interested in doing the group program Sacred Odyssey. I still want you to come and invite you and get the healings, get the awareness, and get the start of a transformation when it comes to Sacred Odyssey. Sacred Odyssey is all about empowerment, finding a voice, teaching you rituals, teaching you practices that you can take ownership for your change and your transformation. We are going to go woo-woo in the program of Sacred Odyssey. We are going to look at ancient practices, ancient techniques that work. We're going to work with magic. We're going to work with elements. But it's going to empower you. You're going to find your voice. You're going to rise up. You're going to shine. We're going to clear old karma, old patterns, old feelings of being held back, being stuck. And we're just going to make you rise and we're going to make you shine. That's what Sacred Odyssey is about. And I'm excited to not do like feather healing stuff within Sacred Odyssey. Yeah, it's great. And what I'm currently working on to improve and make things better is some of my digital programs as well. So I've literally the last 2 days redone all my complementary meditations, and they're bigger, better, bolder. Because when I created some of these meditations 3 years ago, I'm a completely different healer now than I was 3 years ago. They're still great meditations, but I can certainly make them better. So, you know, watch this space. There's going to be some good stuff coming your way, paid and free. There we go. All right. Lots of love. Thank you for joining us, and have a great evening. Love you all very, very much. Good night.